lecture MBW7, October 7th, 2021. We continue with our lecture from yesterday regarding audits, and we're going to start by describing the questions that are to be asked in a order and cleanliness audit by the audit team. Okay, so you visit the lead auditor and the rest of the team, visit the process, and make some questions. About the process. Anyway. Okay, just go visit, go and see. It's important that you go and visit the process yourself. Don't believe what others tell you. Whatever you haven't seen, it's not subject to be manipulated, or so super important just to go and see. Okay. Well, we ask one question, and of course this is just a scale, okay, so you can change it to your will. One question, and we assign points to the question, a maximum of 10 points to each question, and a minimum of 0. Okay, so quite easy. You have each question you assign, let's say, number of points. This is just an exam, okay? And in the end, we evaluate the number of total points achieved. So there are 5 questions for the first S. So we can achieve a maximum of 50 points. The first question, do we have unnecessary items in the workplace? Things that we don't use to create value, okay? Second question, do we have unused or defect machines, defective, I guess, machines or utensils or tools or jigs in the workplace. Third question. Do we have unnecessary items, materials or transport or storage, packaging, items in the workplace. I guess here I'm going to take out the jigs because this is going to be the next question. Number 4. Do we have unnecessary jigs in the workplace? And number 5, do we have unnecessary or outdated information in the workplace? Okay. So pretty straightforward. No, we're just looking for stuff that we don't use to create value, as stated yesterday. Okay. So the second S, we have 4 questions. So we have a maximum of 40 points. Okay. 2.1 are all places in the workplace correctly marked or visualized. I guess we can make 5 questions. 2.2, can we know where, when, something is missing or in the incorrect position. (2.3) are all ways visualized at the workplace are inventory and logistic processes visualized and point 4 are all machines, tools, jigs, and so on correctly visualized. 2.5 do we visualize our working process? Okay. So first S, second S. Third S, we have here 5 questions. Maximum of 50 points. So 3.1 are all machines. Tools, clean and free of dirt. (3.2) is the workplace and its surroundings free of dirt. (3.3) are the jigs free of dirt? 3.4. Do we have a plan? To clean regularly, sort of a checklist. 3.5. Are all cleaning tools necessary to clean available? Okay. So this is number 3. Questions so far? Okay. Well, it's quite easy for S. Again, 5 Qs. Maximum 50 points. 4.1. Do we find everything in the indicated at the indicated and visualized position? Okay. 4.2. Do we have standard operating procedures, SOPs? And are they consistently followed? Okay. In German, this is called eine Arbeitsanweisung. 4.3. Do we have a cleaning plan inspection plan, and is it visualized and consistently implemented? For 4, do we have checklist describing describing the maintenance taking place at the machines, tools, jigs. Okay, and 4.5. 4.4 is like the tooth seagull, okay, for instance. And then the last one, do we have standard formulas for information are they up to date? Okay. So this is the 4S questions. And then we start with the 5S questions. For instance, last year I asked in the exam, give me the 4S questions and give me examples of implementation. Okay. And you need to give me examples that you have yourself researched on. Okay, so make sure you don't stop. Well, I will give you some hints later. Let's describe the questions. Do we perform 4S consistently? So remember, the 5S is just standardization and keeping. What do we have achieved? Do we perform 4S at a platform for continuous improvement? Something called CPDNA, you know that. 5.3, are all process owners aware of the FS process? Are they empowered? Okay. Do we perform FS audits regularly? So you see the system is self-contained. And 5.5, do we integrate FS audits into the management routine. So you need to involve your management into this. What I used to do when I was in production, the factory manager was being involved into the whole thing. Okay. So here, as you see, I forgot, we have 5 questions and also have a maximum of 50 points. Same logic. So are we cool with this? Any questions? Okay, then, well, this was number 2. Okay, excuse me, number 3. 3. With the questions. Now we start with number 4. Which I called visualization. Of the results. We do this with a so-called radar or spider diagram. It's a very simple concept, actually. We have the 5S. Okay. Make it pretty. We have a maximum of 50 points each. And we have our current number of points that we have achieved. Let's say 40, sorry, 25, 25, 10, and 5. Okay, I don't know, after answering the questions. So we calculate, so this is just straightforward. We calculate the percentage, 80%, 50%, 50%, 20%, and 10%. And then we just visualize this into a radar diagram. This is done like this. Okay. So we have 5. So we put the first S here, 2S here, 3S, 4S, and 5S. We make it pretty. And then we just make a scale. Okay, so we have here the center approximately of our radar. Okay, and then we just say, well, this is 100%, this is 50%, and so on. You see the logic is simple. So, and now we just represent the whole thing visually. So here we have got 80% on the first S, then on the second S we have 50%. Then from 50 we go to 50 again on the third S. Then from there we go to 20, something like that. And from 20 we go to 10. And then we just close the diagram, so we get our area. Okay, so this we said was 20, this was 10, this was 80, 50, and 50. Okay, so you see the concept is quite straightforward, and I always like to put a shadow. You don't have to, but I kind of like it. And this is of course, our goal is to, so does it make sense? It's pretty intuitive, I guess. Our goal is to achieve 100% area shaded. And in order to do that, our radar diagram is included as check of a cpDNA. Okay, so the check part of the cpDNA. Okay. And this is going to be number 5, as we saw yesterday. Integrate into the management system. Questions, please? Are you there? Somebody there? Is everything understood? Or I'm just talking alone? So, if you wish, in one, let's say, if you want to summarize what 5S is about in one picture, sometimes helps 5S process. The 5S process in one picture is let's say you have a process, you have, let's say, a machine, a workplace, and this machine is trying to but as I said, this is just a comic, okay? This is a pictogram so that you understand the concept. This machine is trying to talk to us through all its measurements, temperature, I don't know, humidity, pressure of the oil, whatever. So the machine is trying to talk, and if we understand this language of the machine, we shall be able to create better value. Okay, so the thing we do with 5S is we first try to understand. No, we first try to bring the machine to talk to us when we visualize and clean and stuff like that. Okay, so we take anything unnecessary out and then we visualize. Okay, so we try to get the machine to talk to us, and then try to understand what this talk is telling us. Okay, then we can, this is the condition, then we can it's the condition to improve the value creating process. So with 5S we are creating the conditions for increasing value. It's a very fundamental method to be used in value creating processes. Okay, so it is very straightforward, it is easy, but it requires discipline and discipline requires a lot of self-control and good management, and this is not something that is very common. It is easy to perform one 5S, it is very difficult to perform it regularly. Okay? So you have one exercise for your homework. Take one workplace. Can be your room or the kitchen at home, or if you are working in a company, just your desk, whatever. Okay, if you have a garage, and perform a 5S audit with the process owner. Okay, if you're in a kitchen, do it with your girlfriend, with your mother, with your father, I don't know, who cooks and who spends there most of the time. Process owner, make sure you document everything with before after pictures. Represent the questions and answers and the radar diagram. Create a PDF and send me an email. Okay? This is, of course, voluntary, but I strongly recommend you to do it. Okay? Understood? You don't need a very special format, just a PDF, okay, a Word document or whatever, PowerPoint, whatever you want to do. Okay, are we cool? Good, then we're set up. You have, I don't know, a little bit, 45 minutes now to perform the 5S audit and send me the document. Any questions?